Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the health out of something good. Corruption in society is an evil moral infection that keeps community in the state of perpetual sickness. Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I come to bless you all. This morning, I come to bless you all. This morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, family. How you guys do? Well, all right. People, after listening to Ron DeSantis press briefing, is not the first way I listen to him because we have this disaster, especially hurricane in Florida annually, all the time. And we see how them deal with it. But my thing is, people, as close as Jamaica is to Florida, we can't learn nothing. Me do videos already, I talk about the roads. Florida is a slow-moving swamp. Sandy place. And Florida can afford to have decent roads when no buckle. Jamaica, a different place, and we can't afford to have some good roads when no mash up. Just imagine. Florida is like a slow-moving swamp. You go up on this freeway, man. Florida has some of the best roads. Miles and miles of highway, beautiful. No buckle. No compromise. Pon the sand, pon the swamp. Yet Jamaica, we are so close to Florida. And we not learn. If me a leader of Jamaica, me I come to Florida and come ask some questions from them people over there in we do these things. Me I come talk to them, I'm sure they will teach you a few things. But do we really want to learn? Or we just want to keep the people them seeing we are in the place like a hog and goat? Eh? To give the people the best in Jamaica. I mean, is that a negative impact to politician bottom line? Is that something bad to give the people the best in Jamaica? Now this morning after Beryl, we are listening to Ron DeSantis press briefing, where help really come to the people. Not like Jamaica. Imagine, and Milton, may I talk about Milton, Hurricane Milton. In Jamaica, Jamaican people don't get the money from Beryl yet. Remember, you know, we have Milton now I deal with it. And now some Jamaican don't get a penny from Beryl, you know. Where the Prime Minister come out, come give a little speech about Beryl. Make we listen, Prime Minister Andrew Onis. Then we are going to Ron DeSantis. And you're going to see the difference. A leader is different from a chopper. A true leader will love them people is different from a man who is going to have 28 accounts and conduct business while I'm in the office. A true leader is different from a chopper. We don't want to go to such man right now. Let's go to Ron DeSantis. And listen, help coming to the people. Real help, not no more chatting.
Extent of the damage as the day progresses.
And
you have people that are out there assessing damage right now. First responders have been working all through the night to help people who are in distress. And what we can say is the storm was significant, but thankfully, this was not the worst case scenario. The storm did weaken before landfall, and the storm surge, as initially reported, has not been as significant overall as what was observed for.
Guys, can you hear it? When I hear it good, more want to hear it good, you know. I more want to share this, you know. Jamaica can learn this. As producer Wayne said this morning, this could be a case study for Jamaica. Wayne, I want you to know, say, they must sit in a regular thing, Wayne. These things right there, son, a regular thing. This is every year. Several times a year, they would have come out and do something like this. So Jamaica, they're so close to Florida. Very close. A stone throw. And Jamaica can't learn this. It's not like they don't want to learn. Then they can't learn. They don't want to learn because doing the right thing for the people is going to take away from the thieving of taxpayers' money and the grifting what they want to do in the office. Black leaders are the worst from the Caribbean to Africa. How many times we tell upon this platform, are them thief the most from them people, are them hurt you the most. They don't care. They don't even love their own complexion. Let's listen to this white man. And Randy Santos, people, I don't like Randy Santos, you know. But must I tell us that this man do a superb job? Yeah, you don't have to like somebody. But look at his job, personally. Look at his job. Look at him come out and him brief the people before the hurricane. This man is very early. Wake up everybody out of them bed. Yeah, come talk to the people of Florida. Come brief them like the people, taxpayers' money, pay him. Him not jump in a helicopter and fly around like such, man. You fly around the country, you don't bring a bucket of water to give people who are in distress. What kind of nonsense that? Jamaica don't even come out, come brief the people after the hurricane. This is the next day, you know, people. This is the early morning, you know. This is something Jamaica see all the time. This is a brand new stuff. This is not the first. We have seen Randy Santos do this type of stuff or anybody before him. I saw Florida run even before Randy Santos. And many other states, we're seeing this type of response. Immediate help to the people. You have people in Jamaica from Beryl, post-Beryl, still haven't received $1 yet. Red tape, tying up needs with the money to shoo away people. You know most Jamaica people are in their goddamn needs. But to shoo away the people, to keep them away from the Beryl relief fund, whatever they get, Jamaica government tied the relief fund to needs. Let's listen to this, brother. Yeah.
Hurricane Helene right now, it looks like Sarasota County had the most significant storm.
Sorry, people.
Surge, likely somewhere between 8 to 10 feet. And remember, with Helene, we had 15 to 20 feet up in Taylor County. Rescue missions have been underway throughout the night. State search and rescue teams report at least 48 individuals have been rescued as of 0630. National Guard search and rescue teams have worked overnight and successfully executed rescues of families and pets on the West Coast and from the destruction of the tornadoes in the central and eastern parts of Florida. The Guard continues to work into the morning and have 31 rescue aircraft operational and hundreds of rescuers engaged in over 125 active missions in 26 different counties. Over 6,500 soldiers are deployed throughout the state. Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission has made land and water rescues in Pinellas, Hillsborough, and Pasco County. The State Guard has also been engaged in search and rescue, assisting with floodwater evacuations as well as damage assessments. There are currently
this is a real assessment. Months later, Jamaica still assess how to help the people them. Months after the goddamn hurricane, Jamaica still in an assessment mode. We are still assessing. Still assessing. Hagan goat style. People, this are the next day. Early morning style. Get about them bed with officials. I come embrace the people them and tell you where them can get help and resources. Even the farmers them are get loan, 0% loan. So it make me to wonder, want the loan in Jamaica, when they offer these people in Jamaica, how much percent loan? Is it a 0% loan them offer the Jamaican people? Well, the farmers over here, them are business, you know, small business, right? Them are business, right? Business places, farming a business. So they are loan to business people who are affected. 0% loan. And them are tell them, say, oh boy, like they'll be the payment is flexible. So them really gonna help the people. Jamaica, some people don't even get Beryl money yet. It's on the leader, they're wicked. Black leaders are the worst.
0.1 million accounts without power. There have been 635,000 restorations since Hurricane Milton hit Florida. The areas that have the most significant outages as of this morning are Hillsborough, 75% out, Hardy, 97% out, Manatee, 82% out, Pinellas, 68% out, and Sarasota, 75% out. Of course, there are 50,000 plus linemen that have been pre-staged. A lot of what they'll do this morning is likely assess the damage and then begin restoration operations very quickly. And we
people, linemen. Let's talk about linemen. Yesterday, see the live where I do. I on the freeway, I do the live, right? Me see truck with Edison on it. I realize I got Detroit before. I know Detroit Edison is the power company down there. So tell me, say, power trucker come from all over the country, heading to Florida. Linemen ready. Yesterday, a friend of mine tell me, say, them lost power. Because during the tornado and the whip breeze and all them stuff, the transformer blew. And in no time, them get back current. The lineman went out there, yeah, in the breeze. Yesterday and after they get it, during that before the hurricane coming up, linemen went out there, people, and fix up and give the people them light. Can you imagine? Me say for the Jamaica that all weeks will not get light. Who cares who out there? Can a lineman out there ready to put out them effort, yeah? Don't tell me about no money. All they take up effort and love and care. Don't tell me Jamaica don't have the resources. Me say, all they take up people who love you and care for you. Sometimes we make ourselves feel like we can do better. That's why when I listen to the definition of corruption on my platform, you hear how corruption will make you feel like you are less than and you're not entitled to anything better. That's how corruption will make you feel, you know. That's how the thing set, man. Yeah, man. Now, listen to that, brother, yeah. And show you. They must sit and show up such man, you know. Now, listen. Like me say, truck from Detroit, Edison, they on the freeway yesterday, head to, in Florida already. Detroit, Edison truck, me say, Florida.
Everybody that's in that fight, because that's very important for a lot of people. And toss have begun at first light by the Florida Department of Transportation. 328 crews are active in the field with over 350 pieces of heavy equipment and trucks. 150 bridge inspectors were dispatched at first light and have begun performing inspections to open bridges across the impact areas. As I put in my executive order, residents have a right to be back into their homes as soon as the roadways are deemed safe. In Tampa, the Gandy Bridge and Howard Franklin Bridge have been inspected, cleared, and are open, and inspections of the Sunshine Skyway Bridge are underway. There is debris on the Sunshine Skyway as well as the Courtney Campbell, but once that debris is clear, we anticipate those bridges opening later this morning. Other bridges are being opened as soon as the state inspections are completed. The Tampa Airport is repairing minimal damage and should be open no later than tomorrow. Seaports are awaiting Coast Guard channel surveys to reopen waterside, but as of now, our initial assessments is they will likely be able to resume operations very quickly. We still have a lot of school closures for today. I think Floridians should just keep in contact with their local officials about what that's going to be. I would imagine a lot of the schools that were not necessarily in the direct path of the storm will be open tomorrow. It may take a few more days for some of the places that were harder hit. Now, as you survey damage and clean up, please be cautious of hazards. We have post-storm fatalities almost every storm, and a lot of these fatalities are avoidable. So please be cautious of downed power lines. Don't touch them. Don't remove tree debris that may be entangled with downed power lines. Standing water can conceal down power lines and other hazards, so please be mindful and never walk through storm waters.
Never.
Standing storm waters can also carry a bacteria that can lead to fatal infections.
You hear that?
This type of infection was responsible for a fatality following Hurricane Helene.
You hear that?
So please avoid wading through standing water. Please use proper ladder safety. Please use proper generator safety. Do not operate the generator inside
Really
your
that?
home. It must be outside, a safe distance from doors and windows.
Share this, people. Share this until Andrew want to hear this, Come and know them hear this. Florida, they live close to Florida. People, them a type of briefing I go on long time before Ron DeSantis after a hurricane. I want to tell me, say Jamaican people, Jamaican politicians, I know if take care of. I mean, like, seriously, they don't know if prepare. If me a leader, me I take a page out of this brother book. Me I write down it. Me I write it down. Me I write down everything this brother say. Remember, say me not in around DeSantis, Me not like him me not like him political or him think. But come on now. Tell me, say the man not doing a wonderful job. Come on now, whether you like him or not. Come on now. Tell me, say the man not doing a wonderful job. Can't take that from him, Man, I drive around a goddamn helicopter and I go tell people, say, this and that and all, how much months now for hurricane people don't get no goddamn help. This man was out there the next morning with everybody. Telling you you can get help and pointing you to help. Real help. Not no goddamn PR stunt. The thing about Jamaica, politician full of PR stunt. Too much goddamn pride. Stupid pride. PR stunt after PR stunt. Mixing up the dunce people in my head. I couldn't believe everything is beautiful when nothing now happen.
Florida's emergency accommodation modules on Expedia and Priceline will remain available for those who are returning to their homes, which were evacuated during the storm and sustained damage or in need of other type of shelter. So these models will continue to provide real-time hotel availability and lodging resources, making the experience easier for users. If traffic lights are out in your area, please drive with caution and treat each light as you would a four-way stop. And also remember, if you're going to use a chainsaw, be very careful with that. We have mishaps on that after every storm.
Proper briefing.
We are extending the Hope Florida line for another 2 weeks at 24 hours, 7 days a week. So if you need assistance or resources post-storm, you can call 1-833-GET-HOPE, 1-833-GET-HOPE.
Listen to that.
Hope Florida's Disaster Arm, Activate Hope, is a program designed to help people find help following a disaster such as a hurricane. So you can call the Hope line. You can also visit the Hope bus, which will be in some of these areas very soon, and there'll be announcements about that.
Listen to that.
Florida Commerce and the State Emergency Response Team activated the Business Damage Assessment Survey in response to Hurricane Milton. Business owners can self-report physical and economic damage caused by the storm. Businesses can complete the survey online at floridadisaster.biz, floridadisaster.biz. Florida Commerce has also activated the Small Business Emergency Bridge Loan Program.
Listen,
we have $50 million available to Florida small businesses, and it's a zero interest loan, very flexible repayment.
Zero interest loan, very flexible repayment to businesses. Just like that, the next day, the next morning. So you see, I tell you, say, a lot of time I come from my show, I tell you, say, we deserve better than this. That's why when the relief, the Beryl relief come at Jamaica, they come very quick. Because they know, so when you're in distress, you need the money, you need it now. And in order to not put your business in a jolt and make you buckle, that's why the help comes so quick. And the government should have give the people them the help. Same thing in the big C. Help come also for the businesses. Right? For get buckle. You can't pay your rent for your goddamn barber shop or your hair shop or your nail shop or your local bar or your restaurant. Government will help you. So in a buckle, there's no jolt in the economy. But when you have thief in an office, we thief everything. Whether money come for the youth, healthcare, national security, agriculture, anything the money come for, them boy are thief the money. They're not in government to help nobody. Thief people. When I talk about corruption, I thief them. That is a nice way for thieving, nice word for thieving. A thief, we are called corruption. Make you go and listen.
Options. You can apply for loans of up to $50,000 through the program. Loans of up to $100,000 are available for agriculture and aquaculture small businesses, and loans of $150,000 are available for citrus and cattle operations. Again, these are short-term zero-interest loan. You get the cash in your hand. The repayment terms are very flexible. You can apply at www.floridajobs.org/EBL.
You know,
floridajobs.org/EBL.
Jamaica people, I hope you're learning. I want to share the video. You know. I want to learn and stop going like say, boy, you can't compare America to Jamaica. Look here, me don't want to hear that again. A plantation thinking that is plantation thinking. Jamaica can be better. You have too much thief in an office with 24 account. You hear me? Jamaica can be better. You have too much criminal in an office from your boy till now, you know, people. People from your boy till now, you know, the two side in a thief from we, you know. From your boy till now, the two side are thief from we, you know. And now we stand up with social media and say we not take no more. And now the focus are shine for the man. I know like say him take more than everybody else. And I have no love to the people, him not show it. Share the live.
Also activated the Florida Disaster Fund for those who want to make tax-deductible charitable contributions. They'll be used to be able to help Floridians who are in need, and you can go to floridadisasterfund.org, floridadisasterfund.org if you have any questions. We're going to continue to support all remaining rescue missions that are underway and that may be needed in the near future. We'll also continue to assess the damage that was done from the storm. We also anticipate that because of the amount of water, you know, you may see flooding happen not just now, but in the subsequent days. But I think everybody responded very quickly. I'm proud of everybody's hard work. We got more work to do, but we will absolutely get through this. Okay, Kevin Guthrie.
Look here.
Good morning, everyone. Governor, thank you for your leadership time and time again. I know you and the State Emergency Response Team will lead the charge as we respond to and recover from this storm. Hurricane Milton officially made landfall. As you heard the governor say, the impacts from the storm are still being felt across north and east central Florida, even right now as that last banding starts to move offshore. Please, especially if you're in the areas, if you're in those areas of Northeast Florida, the East Race Coast, Space Coast, please make sure you're sheltering in place until officials determine it is safe for you to leave. In the first 72 hours after a storm, there is a parallel effort to search, secure, and stabilize the area. As search and rescue missions continue in response to Milton, please.
And this brother is Kevin Guthrie, Executive Director of Division of Emergency Management. So everybody have them role and everybody come brief the people. Randy Santos does give an overall brief, every little thing, what come to him. That means a real leader. People respond to you. Things come to you. You get everything. Your pocket set up, boss, what is going on in the state of Florida. I want to know about every little thing so I can go there and brief the nation, the state. And here is the other guy, you know. We work under him, Executive Director of Division of Emergency Management. One of them have to get about a bit early when the governor come out there, come talk to the people. Let's listen for his job and his role and what he have to say about the people. The hurricane.
Do not go out and visit the impacted areas. You will be inhibiting first responders by doing so. Right now, we need those roadways clear for electrical crews, fire crews, EMS crews, urban search and rescue crews. We have 20-something urban search and rescue teams that will move into the area and do a door-by-door search. Even though, as you heard the governor say, this was not the worst-case scenario, we still had damage. And we're going to need to get out there and go door-to-door and make sure that everyone is okay. So please stay off the road. Listen to your local authorities for updates on when it is safe to go outside and when it is safe for you to return to your homes. I know a lot of people evacuated, and we appreciate that. Do not be in a hurry. Check in with your local emergency management agency, your local sheriff's offices to see if they are posting anything on if it's safe to return home. Neighborhood level, So please make sure you're checking before you come back home. Major flooding continues along the Hillsborough, St. Johns, and Little Wekiva rivers. I want to take just a moment and just talk about, there is going to be another phase to this particular incident, and that is very similar to Hurricane Ian. We have a lot of rain that has fallen over the central portion of Florida. The St. Johns River basin that comes down into Seminole County, Brevard, portions of Brevard, portions of Volusia County, and on up the St. Johns River. Those headwaters have experienced a lot of rainfall. That river takes about 45 days to completely flush itself out to the Atlantic Ocean. So what we're going to be seeing first is impacts down in the Seminole County and surrounding county area. And then you'll see that move up into Palaca, Weelaca, and then on up into St. John's, Flagler, Clay, Duval counties. So that's going to be a long-term effort when it comes to making sure that people are monitoring the situation on the St. Johns River, as well as the ones that I mentioned, the Hillsborough and the Little Wekiva. Some roadways are flooded, which is not a safe situation for anyone. Please do not attempt to walk or drive through floodwaters. Accidents due to floodwaters are 100% preventable. All you got to do is turn around. If you're sheltered in place or when you return to your home and you're looking at the damages around your home right now, do one thing for us. Take out your phone, take some pictures.
You're there.
Inside and outside. All four sides of the house, every room inside the house. What are things that you should be documenting? Make sure you're documenting just the physical damages, but then also, since this was a flooding event, we want to make sure that you capture those, what we call high water marks on your home. Do that inside and outside. For a point of reference, when you're on the outside of the home, make sure you get like the doorknob of the outdoor house. That'll give us a reference, a point of reference on how high that water got. If you're on the inside, make sure you have like an electrical socket or a light switch or, again, a door handle on the inside of your home in the picture so that we can get some type of reference as to how.
To all the Jamaicans, they must say, Carlos, everything I want to compare America to Jamaica. Tell me what it costs for this. It take over money for this, right, sir? Forget the man from emergency, we can tell him to be safe. Why take for this, people? Just to get on the ear and tell people to be safe and extra cautious, not the prime minister just wallow over everything. You have people who for them job at them thing. And if you listen, everybody come talk in the era that they are expert in and that they were hired to do. Jamaica need leadership. Look how close we live to Florida. Them a type of briefing and a brand new briefing. Them a briefing are going for years. Jamaica don't want this because they're not going to give them the money for be fair and honest to the people and work for the people. Everything come after going to somebody's pocket.
And that water is coming. If you're beginning the cleanup process, please ensure you're wearing the appropriate safety gear. Do not attempt to clean up hazardous debris or down power lines. As the governor has said, report all of that to your local authorities. Do not cut any lines. Again, we do not need Florida man and Florida woman out there cutting random lines as they go. You don't know what is a cable line. You don't know what is an electrical line. And probably more importantly these days is you don't know what is a fiber optic line. Most of our 911 lines run across fiber optic. We do not want anybody cutting lines. Let the professionals come in here and identify what it is before it's cut. Remember, again, some roads are still dangerous due to flooding, debris, and potential downlines. Do not risk it. Let our crews get out there and get everything back up and running. For assistance after the storm, call State Assistance Information Line. Again, that's information only, 1-800-342-3557. Help is available in English, Spanish, and Haitian Creole. FloridaDisaster.org/updates for information on the web. Then, of course, follow us at FLSERT on X and Instagram and Facebook at FDEM. That is the most trusted and fastest source that we have. We have several people helping us out on posting on social media. So that is going to be the best place and the fastest place to get stuff from us. Thank you, Governor DeSantis. Again, as together we will overcome the storm.
Okay. Next.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, Governor DeSantis, for reestablishing and resourcing this state guard so we can deliver critical emergency response capabilities right to the point of need. Working alongside Director Guthrie's, General Haas, and Director Young's and the rest of his state agencies, personnel moving rapidly in order to save lives, rescue our citizens, and minimize human suffering. Throughout the night and this morning, our special missions unit with search and rescue, K9, paramedic, and swiftwater rescue teams moved throughout the most severely impacted areas between Pasco and Sarasota counties,
Leadership.
working with local authorities to provide on-water and overland search and rescue and route assessment capabilities. Our maritime unit is also engaged with FWC with 10 boat teams and high water vehicle teams in order to expand the capacity of the local counties' abilities to conduct waterborne reconnaissance and search and rescue operations.
Yes, sir.
Our aviation unit with Black Hawks and drones with live stream and 3D map rendering capabilities will be conducting air operations today in coastal and inland community areas in order to enable those local authorities to paint the picture and focus their resources. Ladies and gentlemen, we are laser focused on search and rescue operations today.
Of all the people that show up, this is the Emergency Operations Center briefing on Hurricane Beryl. Randy Santos and them people them get up early this morning, like them I get paid by taxpayers, like them are accountable to people them and come out there. No PR stunt, no bull crap, no we spend the most and no nonsense, but real briefing and help for the people. It has been months after Beryl in Jamaica. Some people don't get aid yet. Damn shame.
Good morning, everyone, and I'd like to also thank Governor DeSantis for his unwavering support during these times of critical need. We are fortunate and blessed to live in a state where the governor has such support for state agencies that put Floridians first. I would also thank DEM Director Kevin Guthrie for his outstanding leadership and support, and his DEM team for the coordination and communication with all state agencies, making us the leaders in the nation for emergency response. We're privileged and honored to be a part of that team. Responding to hurricanes and natural disasters is what we do.
So this brother here is Roger Young, Executive Director, Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. So Roger Young, Executive Director of Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. That's the brother speaking right now. Let me hear from him.
Officers, we have unique equipment, training, and support from Governor DeSantis and Director Guthrie to be able to provide immediate support in the wake of natural disasters and hurricanes. This is through the use of specialized equipment like shallow draft boats, airboats, swamp buggies, and other equipment to provide high water rescues. And that's exactly what we're doing right now. We have deployed 135 officers teamed up with the Florida State Guard, the Division of Finance Services Cut Teams, Florida Ag Law, Florida National Guard, and the Miccosukee Tribe Law Enforcement, and local sheriff's offices up and down the coast and across the state to provide search and rescue efforts to those in greatest need. Teams with these specialized equipment for search and rescue across the state are hard at work right now. Our search and rescue efforts are ongoing, and so far this morning we've reported over 42 rescues in several counties. In Pinellas County, we've had so far 7 land rescues, 3 water rescues, several welfare checks. There were 2 arrested for looting for battery on LEO with our teams in the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office, and 21 rescued from an apartment building. These rescues started yesterday in the wake of the tornadoes. We had 7 local FWC officers respond to a tornado event where they rescued 6 and evacuated 4, or evacuated by 4x4 vehicles, and also conducted 30 welfare checks. In Pasco County, operations are ongoing, responding to multiple intersections, clearing trees and debris, allowing emergency vehicles to access storm-damaged areas, and responding to calls for service. In Hillsborough County, there are several people assisted from a vehicle in a ditch, 1 pulled from a flooded vehicle, 3 individuals removed from a flooded apartment, and there was another 100 evacuated at an assisted living facility, and another 20 evacuated from a senior facility in Tampa.
Hold on there. Did we get them a type of briefing from Philly boy in Jamaica? Did we get this type of briefing or tell me what I want to do during the hurricane? Want to help? Didn't go help nobody who was in distress. So tell me, want to do everything them people do like it written down in a man, locked in, so them can come tell the people. Them have people who work under them, so they might get the briefing from all both statewide, so they can come to the people in the next morning early. So that means them man did not sleep last night. or them not sleep good. Them man couldn't sleep last night good. How I don't know. Them man probably sleeping in them boots last night. Working for the people, not some goddamn PRs touched. Let's finish this now, brother. Sorry.
So again, these efforts are ongoing. They're ongoing across the state. Like Director Guthrie said, there is going to be flooding events across the state in central and northern Florida. So please be aware, if you're in a flood-prone area, be aware of this. Our teams will be able to respond and alert all through the state throughout this time. So again, I want to thank Governor DeSantis for his leadership and support. And FWC is here to work with our partners to make sure that the Floridians are safe during this event. Thank you.
Next.
So we'll continue with the rescue operations as needed. There's a lot of damage assessments that are going to be going on today. And we're very obviously supportive of the power restoration operations. We're glad that all those folks were staged. And then also just ensuring that fuel is flowing. Hopefully we get our gas stations and big box stores and everything open very quickly. I'd imagine that will likely happen, and just get people back on their feet. And that's going to be our focus. Okay, any questions?
Questions?
Pinellas County, it's my understanding that deputies there are restricting access.
Hold on there. Them have the press I got ask question now. You're going to notice it's different from the plantation to a real world. On the plantation of Jamaica, whether them come up here or not, them have some local people. Don't ask some more question. You and I grab the mic and all them thing there. You have people and limit your question, you know. And somebody in there operate who asks question and who asks question. They ask too much question. You can't follow up. No, may somebody ask the next question. People, plantation is so Jamaica do it. When they ask question at a press conference to shield politician corruption and baby politician, them always have somebody there. So when the tough question them come, them a referee the goddamn question room. However, you hear that? You have somebody in Jamaica a referee the press conference. Make we hear the man them ask question. I say if you got hear nobody in here, I rush nobody. Remember me no listen to it, you know. Me no listen to this, you know. But me I tell you, one bet nobody not gonna rush nobody in here. I tell you, ask some more question on the one question like what them doing in Jamaica. That's why nothing can do out there because we take them boy here. When we hire, we take them for the boss. And now no sir, we are the boss and them are the servant. Run the sentence and them boy come out this morning like a real servant of the people. So let's listen to this.
I don't know if you have any insights into that or.
I don't. I mean, you know, we're going to open the bridges. I know a couple of them are open. The other two, there's going to be debris that are going to be removed, and those bridges will be open for traffic, and you know, Floridians can use those as they see fit. Yep. Not yet. I mean, I know there have been reports. We have not confirmed any. That does not mean there has not been any. There's a process where this happens with the state. I know with the tornadoes, it seems very likely that there were some with the tornadoes. That's the only reports we've received. No confirmations. I imagine there's going to be some confirmations, but it's too soon to tell with respect to the West Coast and the storm surge and everything. So stay tuned on that.
Losses could exceed $50 billion. Does the state have any sort of?
How the hell would a Wall Street analyst be able to know? It's been dark all day. What, you just going to know that you're going to do? I mean, like, give me a break on some of this stuff. That they're doing damage assessments now. They always say this or that or whatever. I mean, what I would say is what I said in the original talkers. We had certain worst case scenarios in terms of going into Tampa Bay. A lot of places in Pinellas County, and they had negative storm surge because it sucked the water out of the bay. So in terms of all that, where you'd see the entire Tampa Bay area underwater, that did not happen. The storm surge, and it was most acute in Sarasota. And I think it was a little bit more than Sarasota got for Helene, but it wasn't like so much more. I think it was 8 to 10 feet. Helene, of course, got almost to 20 in Taylor County. And then I think the fact that the storm weakened, I think I'm not saying there's not going to be damage. There will be. It cut across the state in a way that Helene did not. But in terms of just right now, the morning after, if I think back to like Hurricane Ian, I don't think that you're looking at similar amount of damage to Ian. And then with Helene, there may end up being more overall damage. There may not. I don't know. But definitely the surge did not reach Helene levels. I mean, Helene was producing major surge all across the west coast of Florida, and then in the Big Bend, it was just biblical. That was not necessarily what we happened here. Anything north of the storm had minimal surge on the west coast, and it was really kind of that Sarasota, Charlotte Harbor, down into Lee, Collier. But compared to what they had with Hurricane Ian, that is not on the same level. So we'll see. There'll be a lot more that'll need to be done to assess the extent of the damage. But what I think we can say is, we have a lot of resources in play here in Florida to be able to mitigate and get people back on their feet and get the state moving again. I think it's what people want. They want to get back in their homes. They want to see the roads clear. They want to see the bridges reopen. And so that's what our sole focus, so that we get people back.
You see what I'm telling you, people? Whenever a hurricane or something, we have a natural disaster, getting the people back on the feet is getting the nation back up working. So the longer it takes to get the people back on their feet, and the longer it takes to get the nation back on their feet. You understand me? You have some of the people on their ass or their knees. We believe it will hold back the nation. It is the government responsibility, as quick as possible, ASAP, to get the nation back on their feet. Unlike Jamaica, some people don't even get $1 from Beryl money right now. Them have it locked up. I don't know for what. You see, no?
Areas of the field kind of thing that they were relocated on.
I just want to understand, nobody in the room, a referee, nobody, and a control, no question. Even though Randy Sanders is that jerk, sometimes I answer a question we don't like. But just listen this morning. You just look. Nobody in the room, like on the plantation, even Jamaica, when they have a press conference, somebody busy, like a referee. You need nobody refereeing if you referee nobody. You need nobody for referee, tell nobody to ask a question and follow up. Eh? Press room must be left alone. You don't need no goddamn referee in a press room. And that me see them do at Jamaica. Even the other day the prime minister come up here, He bring a damn referee up here, Even when the couple the other day want town hall, him a referee, a rush the people, You only see those things on the plantation. Those things are designed to shield and baby crooked politician. So when uncomfortable question come their way, you have a little referee out there, push off. I push you off and I shut you down. They say, you might not like him answer question, but you don't have no referee in there. I try to shut down the people and higher. Make you go and listen to the question and they answer them.
Yeah, they were relocated. So, I mean, the Tropicana Field is a routine staging area for these things. The roof on that is not rated for, I think it's rated for 110 miles an hour. And so, the forecast changes, but as it became clear that there was going to be something of that magnitude that was going to be within the distance, they redeployed them out of Tropicana. So there were no state assets that were in Tropicana Field. I think Duke also removed all their assets as well. And you look, I mean, the roof is basically it's like a fabric almost with that. So that was something that we understood and enacted accordingly.
Early morning briefing.
They were moved before the storm. I mean, and so there was no issue with anything with that.
Early morning briefing.
In St. Petersburg, my understanding, like at least earlier this morning, the city had no action.
I keep saying, no goddamn referee in the room. I tell you only one question I can ask. There's no goddamn referee in the room. I say your question too long. It's only on the plantation where you have crooked politicians that say that crap. Oh?
About that, I know he's been engaged in that.
Yeah. So about 1:40 this morning, I received a phone call. Woke up, got over here from that building to this building, got over here and started working the issue. Right now, there are several water main breaks throughout Pinellas County, different water systems. Some are municipal, some are county. But what they're doing is they're slowly raising pressure in those lines to actually figure out exactly where the breaks are at. And they're going to start repairing those breaks one by one by one. I
want you to understand, say, all of these guys around Randy Santos are some executives, some big guys, right? They are hired in their field for something like this. So under them they go get all of this. They have people who work under them who brief them. So me I tell you, so last night enough man no sleep. Me I tell you no. So last night enough of them boy who are servant of the people was up working for the people. So to get all of this information, we have a press briefing like this morning. It tells me, says somebody no sleep last night. So you have to get all of this information from all the agents, all about in the field, bringing the one central position. If you're over this, everybody will bring it come to you. If you're over that, everybody will bring it come to you. Tomorrow press briefing, the governor gonna do it. Make sure we're on a game. Eh? Well, we can't see that in our country, boy. I'm not gonna talk about money. We're not gonna talk about money. No much money some boy I get out there and do a goddamn work. We're not thief poor people money. Or criminal and figure out prison.
To see some things come out of the hospital industry. We have stabilized the hospital situation. There is one active evacuation of a hospital right now. I do not have the name of that hospital. We can certainly get that back to you through our folks. But we have stabilized the water pressure in 4 out of 5 hospitals from getting any worse. So we're going to continue to closely monitor that.
Like I said, this guy named Kevin Guthrie, my executive director of the Division of Emergency Management, a theme job that. So him have to step up, come answer them questions. You know, like a such man will answer for everybody. Yeah? Bomb to the people who we have in them division in Jamaica. Nobody have briefed them, nobody have give them information while going around the island. So you can have a press briefing like this. Me say them now work in Jamaica. No man can work for owner business. Me tell you all the time, man can't have them own a business and I work for owner. We are going to pay a politician to have them own a business and I run them business, and we are pay them while just in an office temporarily. And then part-time job is a politician. Then full-time job is in personal business. That's why we can't get nothing out of them. Tell me, I tell you that.
But again, one active evacuation going on, but we have stabilized. We have water tankers on site, pushing pressure back into the systems. But you know, I think our biggest thing to talk about, or I should say talk about, but the biggest thing right now in that Pinellas St. Pete area is going to be the water system. But we're working in conjunction to see how we can support and supplement the cities and the county on what resources they need. We've already dispatched logistical folks into the area. We've
already
engineers.
Already do what? Already? People remember yesterday, Mr. Detroit Edison, utility truck on the road. I come out Florida. So every state look like just send them trucks come out Florida. Yeah? To come help out. Then people are prepared, thinking about the people. Not the goddamn lie and PR stunt and go like you're the best. Bull crap.
To be as helpful as we can. In one situation, it may be a gasket or a flange. In another situation, it may be a complete water main break. But we stand by ready to support Pinellas and St. Pete and other municipalities to help them get that water back on and running. Because again, power and water are right there together. We can do a lot with power, but we got to have water.
Back to the Kinder Morgan Central Florida Pipeline System.
I don't have anything on that particular pipeline system, but
go answer the people like the people are paying. Come answer every goddamn question. Nobody in there referee the room. I referee the press. Jamaica do that. Have a look drunk in the room. I cut off the press. You only can answer ask one question. Me see them do it all a foreign too. Eh? Look, answer the people. Them man get up out of bed like a taxpayer pay them. They don't sleep last night. Me I tell you, you know. All them executive, you know. They must sleep because they must get information from everybody out in the field who work from them, coming at one central location to the executive. Because this morning going to be a press briefing and the governor is going to be there. You better be up on the A game. So any question the press throw at you, you have an answer. These guys are properly briefed based on the answers.
I'll find out what I can offline and we'll close the loop back with you guys. All right.
Will that impact any of the post-storm recovery efforts, given that they're in Jacksonville?
They're not in. I mean, there's some came from Jacksonville originally. Kevin put them in different places to just ride out the storm and then come back in. So no, it's not going to have any major impacts at all. These are just things you've got to do. I mean, you know, you stage and you figure out kind of how to go. They were staged during Helene there. And it worked well. When the forecast said that it may not make it through with the roof, then they adjusted accordingly. But they're in the fight and they'll continue to do it. Okay, thanks.
See there? Them gone. Just like that. They're gone. They gone at the room just like that. I saw you do it. You know, I have nobody in the room shave off the people them what ask you tough question them. You have some referee in the room. I saw you do it. Them a man I get up early morning. I come and press briefing, come answer to the people. Not some bossy stand up like such man. Standing up boasty. Peer chattings and nothing now going for the people. Remember this was such man affair say. The show up Jamaica.
Some heads this morning. We were briefed on the destructive impact of the hurricane on our Eastern Caribbean sister islands.
Him alone, you know.
We expressed our solidarity and willingness to support, even as we make our own preparations.
Hey.
Jamaica must take this hurricane seriously. Early this morning, the cabinet reviewed our plans to manage the threat of the hurricane, and the caucus of parliament was also briefed on our state of readiness and provisions for emergency response.
Okay.
In this regard, the government has made a special allocation of $5 million per constituency to assist with emergency cases.
Just so you know, according to what we hear from Parliament after the hurricane, they did not get that $5 million to help before the hurricane. Just so you know, the parliamentarians in a parliament make we know say they never get that $5 million before the hurricane. When I hear me I say to help out this and help out that, they never come. And talk about $5 million per constituency. And they give out $70 million to start for election for 62 politicians, $70 million. But when it comes to the people, them, aid the people, them, a $5 million no get. That's a little diggy thing in the bucket. So you tell me that our tax money is being paid on politicians the whole time, them in the office to keep them in a power. Okay, for $70 million to start, I go to them for election. And when we look at $5 million go to the people to help them out, to prepare them for burial. $5 million go to the constituency to help the people out before the disaster come. But $70 million but to start, go for politics to keep these people in a power. So with taxpayers' money are paid upon them and not us. Make we listen to them money.
Food and building supplies through the Constituency Development Fund, the CDF. After careful review of the trajectory of the storm, the likely strength and impact, the potential threats emanating, and having been notified in writing by the minister responsible for disaster preparedness and emergency management, I am now declaring the whole of Jamaica to be a disaster area in accordance with Section 26 of the Disaster Risk Management Act for the next 7 days. All Jamaica should note that following on this declaration, an island-wide curfew will be in effect between the hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. tomorrow, Wednesday, the 3rd of July, 2024.
People, that's all this man have to give the people. Curfew, lock you down in your squalor. So if your house start blow off and your house wet up and swamp out, you must go to higher ground. A curfew. Hag and goat style. You see, only leaders do it. Only hear the curfew I come from them, man. Me say if you hear the curfew I come from them, man. More than nothing but help. You see the difference? Your owner and lock you down. Curfew, lock you down. And when me come from my social media, come tell people, say them a hag and goat style. Some people say, well, Carlos, you have to lock up some people because them have this and that. That's why you have the police. That's why you have law enforcement. Put them out there. If you think people are loot, you just hear the man give a briefing a while ago and say him lock up how much people for stealing. You hear that, right? And this is just like a pre-briefing, because them say as the day go on further, you will hear more. You understand me? As it start come, more information start get to them. You'll hear more man get arrested for thief. You know, lock down everybody because they think they few my thief. You lock down the whole island for 7 days after people in a hurricane, when at that moment people must get up and get the country back moving. But you lock down the country. Look here, them a man I look for the country move the next man in them out there. So say help her come. In a Jamaica, they must say 7 day lockdown. A foot on top of your neck. After you go through that, that's what you get from your black leaders.
This is to ensure the safety of everyone during the passage of the storm and prevent any movement with the intent to carry out criminal activity.
You hear that?
An evacuation order on the direction of authorized officers is also in effect for flood-prone and landslide-prone areas. Areas at or below sea level, and areas at or close to gullies or waterways. We urge all Jamaicans to comply with notices to evacuate.
Tell me about the resources.
If and when they are issued.
Why about resources?
However, even without the issuance of notice, if you live in a low-lying area and an area historically prone to flooding and landslide, or if you live on the banks,
the man don't have to tell the people them. The man don't have to tell the people them, you know.
of a river or a gully, I implore you to evacuate to a shelter or to safer ground. The minister with responsibility for commerce will also make an order under Section 8 of the Trade Act to prevent price gouging of essential goods during...
Man, shut up, man. Because the highest price people face is right after the goddamn hurricane. And we did nothing about it. Morgan come out and talk about how much them give the people who import farm produce in the country a tax break, GCT, you know, remove some stuff from them. Nigel free them up, right? And them still gouge the people. And oh, my God, go do something about it. Nobody did anything about it. Nobody. And the farmer them have to plant, produce, and put it in the market so they can dig themselves out of this. The only way out is the farmers in Jamaica to plant Jamaican produce to combat the foreign high price we are coming with the garbage food. So all these things is just lie, people, about price gouging. Did you hear anything like that from Randy Santos or any one of these men? Did they have to warn about price gouging? May I ask them? No, because they make sure everything all right the next man in your country up again. You know, make your country hungry and, you know, you understand me? People have to take disadvantage of other people. Up and running. And there have people out there ready to do this, deal with certain things. Joke a country we are running, sir. Joke.
A period of disaster. The Minister of Transport has also made arrangements with the operators of the East, West, and North.
Where is the Minister of Transportation? Him should be right there next to you. Come give his own briefing. Where is the Minister of Transportation? He should be right there next to you, giving his own piece of briefing. Yes, you can give an overall and every little thing, but you want the man that will specialize in these areas, the ministers, to come out, come talk, and act like taxpayer. Pay enough to come out, come talk. Uno are the worst.
Out toll highways to give free access to the toll road between the hours of 6 p.m. and midnight today, July 2nd, 2024. This is to ensure that all Jamaicans who are currently on the road are able to get home safely and conveniently. The details of the various orders will be gazetted, published in our media, and posted on various government websites. The situation, as you can imagine, is dynamic, and the government continues to monitor developments and will provide regular updates. The entire government and all relevant personnel are in a state of readiness to manage the disaster. ADPEM is leading the national disaster response.
Where is the director of ADPEM? Where is the director of ADPEM? Are you? You're the director of every goddamn thing, transport, health. What the rest of people if you come out, come tell me that? Bro. Minister of every goddamn thing. My minister of everything. Brother, how are you, man? People. Yo, let me go to a short break, people. I'll be right back.
I don't want you to come to me with that foolishness, you know. You elect a prime minister, and is a prime minister around the country. It is time we learn to hold our leaders accountable for their actions and stop making excuses for them. Stop making excuses. Otherwise, go elect the people who really run in the country. And I don't want labor rights carry that stupid argument. Hold the people you elect accountable and stop making excuses for them.
Thank you, people, for your time.
The details of the various orders will be gazetted, published in our media, and posted on various government websites. The situation, as you can imagine, is dynamic, and the government continues to monitor developments and will provide regular updates. The entire government and all relevant personnel are in a state of readiness to manage the disaster.
I know people get help.
Is leading the National Disaster Response. The National Emergency Operations Center, the NEOC, has been activated, and all relevant agencies are on high alert. Now, as we brace for the potential impacts of Hurricane Beryl, we also need our Jamaican household, our Jamaican family, you, to be prepared. It is imperative that we remain calm. Now, it's not a time for panic. Now, here are some very important steps that each of us should take to ensure our safety and the safety of our loved ones. First thing, stay informed. Regularly check reliable sources of information, getting your update.
Reliable sources of information. Reliable sources of information them told us to check during that time. It was during that time them lied to us about the amount of shelter them have. Them have more shelter than California and Florida combined. What a thing.
There is no tracking of people. There is no curtailing of people saying anything that is negative. That is absolutely not the case.
The person was tracked and their identity discovered.
Anyone can say anything, and it is amplified around the country and around the world. And it is important that as we protect the rights of our people and protect the right to freedom of expression and speech, that at the same time it is grounded in truth.
Some 60-odd shelters across the country.
Go to any of our 780 plus shelters.
We have 900 shelters right across the island.
No, you saw the man lie to us in a disaster, people. You saw the man lie to us in a disaster. Big old lie. How much shelter we have? I'll know we don't know. I'll know nobody no come iron it out. Not even the opposition come tell me how much shelter we have. I'll know, people. Jaja.
On the progress of the hurricane, tune into your local news stations, listen to the radio, and follow official social media channels such as the Jamaica Information Service. For the late
move your thinking, dirty mama queer. This press conference this morning, we just listen a while ago. This press conference, what them have, them hope that social media get it and put it out there. And that them saying, they want social media help them to spread the word. People are that them saying at the press briefing as of this morning. These guys, they want social media help them spread the word. So if social media can copy and paste or run it through them page or whatever, and that they want, in a Jamaica, they're afraid of social media. Because man like me, we tell them, say them a thief and if they go to prison. A prison if they go, you know. Them not like hear them things there. But I years them a rape the country, both PNP and labor right. But you know what? Time come for PNP and labor right. Time not just come for PNP alone. Time come for everybody to be stop thief. Time come for everybody to be held accountable. We weren't around back in them days. Oftentimes people say, Carlos, why you never talk about when PJ in the command people? Social media never turn up so. I know we are talking about. Social media there you know. And we are about to hold anybody who come in a power accountable. So social media turn up bright and loud under Andrew Honest. Yeah, so the microscope, him under the microscope. And anybody going forward, I got even under more microscope. If you don't think, say, nobody under microscope, make Mark Golden go in there and see what. Make Mark Golden go in there and see what when people phone I get better, we get better quality phone, the phone I get nicer and more and as we are going down the road of technology and information. If you don't want anything Andrew Honest go on the microscope it, anybody else going there. Anybody else going there. I saw it go. Everything I drop wide out there in the open. We don't want no more corruption from PNP. We don't want no more from labor right. We don't want a man stay in the office and hustle the office while they serve we. You cannot serve we while you do your own business. We don't want that from PNP. We don't want that from Labour Right. The one of them use that for coming to office, come hustle, both PNP and Labour Right. But it stop. Them things never stop. Them things never stop. It never work. So before we go no further with some nonsense, I'm going to read something for you because yesterday, Nigel Clark come out, right? And Nigel Clark tell we say the economy kind of shrunk, right? Not true? He come tell us the economy shrunk and all them good old stuff yesterday. And he might tell you about the money. When I read earlier about the amount of money that was spent during the Big C, he might tell you the amount of money that was spent. And I said to myself, is anybody really watching these monies? May I ask myself, anybody, is there any watchdog at Jamaica? Young people, if you not listen to me. Young people have found a job, them, man, to be watchdog. One of them. Anybody, when they talk about them spend money here, there, and everywhere. Anybody are really go check and see if the money is spent anyway, in reality? The amount of money when them say them spend in the Big C, people. May I tell you, the amount of money where Jamaica say they spend in the Big C is like so much. You wonder. See, July 29, 2024, Kingston, Jamaica. Today, Ambassador Nick Perry announced nearly 400 million Jamaican dollars, which is 2.5 million in US dollars, humanitarian support for the communities impacted by Hurricane Beryl in Jamaica. My God, that's a lot of money. Did the people really get it? These are the things we're asking. These are where watchdog need to go in. Because when we read, them have some specification where they have specific areas where them give this to that and that amount to that and that amount to this. Me, I wonder if them have a watchdog in Jamaica who really go follow and make sure so them give these money. Whenever a bunch of corrupt people around the country, especially after we see what is going on clear in our eyes in Jamaica now, corruption lead the way. So and is the art of the day. So me, I wonder if all these monies what them say them give here, there, and everywhere, if nobody I really watch the money. That's all me I ask. Is nobody I watch the money? Anybody? You know, see it. This is July 9, 2024. You know, Nick Perry announced nearly 400 million Jamaican dollars, which is 2.5 million in US, in humanitarian support for communities impacted by Hurricane Beryl in Jamaica through the United States Agency of International Development, that is the USAID. And this is just one little part of money where Jamaica get, Jamaica get help from overseas. And up till date, some people in Jamaica do not get no help. So up till today, some people don't get no help and it hurt me in my heart. So how come I hold back on the people themselves? Government will give grants up to 400K to Jamaicans who lost homes in Beryl. So when them say them I give these monies, more if you understand, if anybody can them say they will come and give a number, say, boy, we give 5,000 people X amount of loan. We give that amount of people X amount grant rather. Is anybody, any watchdog groups in Jamaica going around and making sure and lie them and tell? Until we have these things, we have watchdog groups in Jamaica start. Hold these guys accountable. People that we always thief. And the watchdog supposed to be Jamaica citizen. We don't know watching the money. We don't want a better Jamaica. It no matter who in a power. You must have a watchdog group for watch your purse. We as Jamaicans just listen to a politician tell we, and that's it. With an estimated 8,700 houses across the country damaged by Hurricane Beryl, the government has announced financial support to affected persons to aid in the recovery and rebuilding efforts. Announced on Tuesday that families whose houses have been destroyed would receive a grant up to $400,000. Those whose homes have been severely damaged will receive a grant of $150,000. And persons who have experienced minor damage will receive up to $50,000. In a ministerial statement in Garden House, Charles said the government is exploring electronic payments and cash cards to expedite the grants and improve service delivery. So a cashless them talk about this now and needs and all them bullshit there. In a ministerial statement in Gardner House, Charles said the government is exploring the Pernell Charles Ballad Riverton dump material boy, electronic payments, and the cash card to expedite the grant and improve service delivery. So that's the needs and all them cashless bullshit coming in right there. So they might put on red tape and attach and stuff to either people to get free. So them don't do that. When it's time to help people, you see the next day, the man come out here and I try to tell the people them can get aid. Can then wake up this morning, people will be stressed out, people will be displaced, and they might point you to where you can get aid to, comfort you so you can get back on your feet quick as possible so you can keep it moving. Under the government's rehabilitation grants program, the Ministry of Labor and Social Security will be giving 500 micro business operators who lost their livelihoods a grant of $100,000 each. We as Jamaicans need to find it out. Them are feel we work. We know people, Jamaican people, young people who now listen to me. We're the watchdog in Jamaica. Jamaica government said they give 500 micro business operators who lost their livelihoods a grant of $100,000 each. We know them boy are thief. We know them corrupt. So expect in a corrupt, especially the leader is corrupt, right? So we know say anything under him corrupt, or we know say them give 500 businesses $100,000. Maybe they give 10. Maybe them give 10 and keep the 490 in the pocket. Maybe they give 100. So up to the 400 and 100,000. One to the 400, 100,000. We just let these boys do whatever they want to do. Throw whatever numbers they want to throw, they give us. And it's a time of information. We just sit down so Jamaica, young people, what on no job? On no smart, no found no smart, Young people, no found no smart, One I do. Them say they give 500 micro business operators who lost their livelihoods a grant of $100,000 each. We need to find that out. When we're dealing with a gang of thieves, we have to watch everything they say and everything they do and every moves. Additionally, the government has allocated $30 million to 200 students. We need to find that out too. We need to make sure that 200 students get money from the government. Or you think we are all them accountable people? You need to have watchdog groups in Jamaica. We have followed every one of them penny, every nickel. Jamaican people. I set an example that even Mark Gordon going into, you will be watching every nickel. Stop acting like you don't have a job to do, my people. Additionally, the government has allocated $30 million to 200 students at the tertiary level. People, we say, go check that out. We go check that out to know them are thief. $30 million to 200 students. So 200 students get $30 million. So $30 million is share up between 200 students. And that them I tell we. All right. Me say if we not go check these things, Jamaica, we are idiot. No boy like say we're not smarter, we're not wiser, more intelligent. Who are them boy accountable? That's why them treat us so. Come on, man. Go like say someone who got a school, man. The students who will receive $150,000 each will be identified from households that have been severely impacted by the Category 4 hurricane. When them students today, we need to identify them students, and these things are very important, But you need people at Jamaica who are the watchdog, who have the time and write down there. If you go check out these things, go to the relevant offices and agencies and go check on after check. And what do Jamaica? Honestly, let have them man have to come tell you anything and throw any number, give it so. At the same time, Finance and the Public Service Minister, Dr. Nigel Clark, has given us assurance that administration would treat as priority the reconstruction and restoration of schools and hospitals. The schools and up, we know that the hospital are garbage, so that's a lie. And we know say if this someone attack out time out, it's a lie also, because we still wait for the FBI if we come at Jamaica come investigate SSL. So when a business when Nigel Clark I say him a liar. Concerns have been raised by some school administrators who are pushing for emergency repairs to institutions impacted by the hurricane in time for reopening in September. We know there's not a lot of school. There's a lot of school that were impacted, did not reopen. In a statement to Parliament on Tuesday, Clark said $5 billion has been allocated to address relief and recovery effort. Nobody in Jamaica find that out. Is there anybody in Jamaica? People, me are telling you, if we not check them things, we lose. Anybody, you hear me say, man? We give politicians too much rope for teeth. Anybody in Jamaica go run down that $5 billion that has been allocated to address relief and recovery effort. Anybody in Jamaica? Anybody in Jamaica go check out the $5 billion what else has been allocated to address relief and recovery effort. Any watchdog group in Jamaica. Me just ask. So the disaster relief fund, the government would retain $5.9 billion. So the disaster relief fund we have about 10 billion a night. And them are keep some night for just in case we have a next disaster. So the disaster relief fund, the government would retain $5.9 billion in the event the country is impacted by another disaster. The principle is to leave something back because we don't know how things are going to unfold, Clark said. The finance minister said $1.3 billion would be disbursed to the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation to finance programs that under Andrew Onus. $1.3 billion. Anybody check this out? There's money that's a toss out anyway, and nobody in Jamaica go check it out a backside. We don't have no watchdog group out there. Go chill. We need some watchdog group out there will follow the money. Young people, a phone job this, you know. Someone who's smart out there listen to my video, you know. When they write to Jamaica there, you know. A phone job this, you know. A phone job this, you know. We go check out all them together. Jano, the finance minister said $1.3 billion would be dispersed to the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation to finance programs announced by the Prime Minister last week. People that are under the Prime Minister, you know. So this is a $1.3 billion take and give the Prime Minister, you know. And nobody not follow them a trailer, you know, and knows so the Prime Minister corrupt as hell, you know. You talk about a man with 28 accounts and I know where money come from, money I go and all night, mama them account and papa them account. And nobody in Jamaica don't feel the need if you go follow them money. Me just tell you, you know. All right. We just can bring information to you. The finance minister said $1.3 billion would be disbursed to the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation to finance programs announced by the Prime Minister last week. He said $1 billion has been set aside for the Ministry of Labor and Social Security to carry out programs announced by Charles. Anybody go check out the program here? What kind of program, Charles? $1 billion put aside for Charles. $1.3 billion put aside for Prime Minister. Anybody go check out them a thing here? Anybody at Jamaica? They're like, people don't say we have a problem on aisle 6. Major problem. Because if nobody follow the money, we having a problem. Country can't run, so that's why Jamaica says so poor. You must have watchdog groups who follow the money. So nobody follow the money at Jamaica. This type of job of people on the ground, right at Jamaica there. Me can't stay and follow the money like that. Me can't do my best, but I cannot really follow the money properly from here, people. You need people on the ground down there to really follow the money. Because actually you can see things what them say them do. Take out pictures and videos and stuff like that. Yeah? So I saw the money I run on to Charles and Prime Minister. Clark also said that expenditure exceeding the $5 billion earmark for recovery and relief will be financed from the proceeds of donations and through the relocation of budgetary resources. So hold on. Clark said that expenditure over the $5 billion earmark when they have put on for help out for the recovery and relief effort. Anything above that, he will get it from the donation. So members say, well, per country and everybody are giving money in Jamaica. So him say anything from that will come from the donation and through the relocation of budgetary resources. But remember, such man and all of them, even Clark, come tell me, say this is the first hurricane them don't have to borrow no money from nobody. The country is financially sound. Or remember, and that's me alone, that the Prime Minister told us and them boy, say that these are the first hurricane disaster. These are the first disaster where we don't have to borrow any money. I know that them tell me. These are the first disaster we don't have to borrow no money. So now them are going to penny pinch and rob Peter to pay Paul and talk about how much money this costs and what make the economy shrink because what the backside are going there. He said expenditures undertaken in relation to Hurricane Beryl will be represented in the first supplementary estimate to be tabled later this year. People, we don't even know yet. We don't even know the full extent of the amount of money Beryl costs. But they might tell me a 400 blah, la, 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 400K US. Listen, people, we don't even know the full extent of the amount of money what them say Beryl costs in a Jamaica. Here? Not yet. Yeah, in the next budget, we hear it. Lord Jesus. Jamaica, I just want you to say, them treat you like hog and goat at Jamaica. If they want to do better, them can do better. Don't tell me America different from Jamaica. It's just people who care about life. You see people who care about life opposed to people who don't care about life. That's why you will find the white man run with you upon the gurney, the stretcher, to save a life. You find the black man out of Jamaica walk with you. Barely want to walk with you. I repeat, that's why I find the white man over them place here. I run with you upon the gurney. Or even the black man who get involved in them type of field of work there. He just plug right in. And find himself start run with the man to save them life. Because every second is important. What's happening in the black man them country? Not even ambulance are come. Nothing to resuscitate you on the way to the hospital because you are thrown in the back of a pickup truck that is so hot, and if you are bleeding, you leak out real fast. And what's going to happen next? Jamaicans are still awaiting their burial money, Mr. Onis. Take out the red tape of a burial money, sir. Disaster relief aid must be simple as possible. Shouldn't be tied to nothing. You guys tied it to needs and try to make it impossible for people to get help. One of the time you come out and blame, say you can't find the people them. When you blame it, say the people them don't sign up to needs. But when it comes to election time, you can find everybody and take them to the vote. Even the old lady living in a bedridden, don't it? Send men to lift her up over a river, down wall parking, up the hill, down the hill in the valley. Take her to the polling station to vote, him or her. And after election, you remember them again. Till the next election, if they are not dead, you'll go there again and lift them up again. Hold their hand and make the X beside whatever you want to make the X beside. I'm going to put them down in bed and remember them again until the next election cycle. And if they're alive, the cycle continues. And all of a sudden, you don't know where the people are. We have councillors, we have area leaders. You're supposed to know where everybody at. You don't know where the people need help. The councillors, the MPs don't know where the people need help in this constituency. So why we even have them? So in Charles, I come up with think that because when I sign up for needs, that is a problem why people can't get aid. I believe them trying to keep the money. That's why they put up a... Imagine you're hungry. And like I said yesterday, imagine you're hungry and there's a plate of food right there, but there's some pit bull tied right there. The food there right there, but some pit bull tie up around there. You can't come close to the food because then pit bull will eat you up. Imagine that. That's what's happening here. People don't want to sign up for no damn needs. They need help. But government make it harder for them in Jamaica. These guys are wicked. This press conference show up Jamaica even more because they have more vloggers out here. Yeah, you have other press conference, you know. Florida have been having these things long time even before Ron DeSantis come in, right? Come and watch them. But now, what happened now is that we have more vloggers zeroing in on the stuff. And anything off and the comparison, we're going to bring it to our people. Like, you know, what went on in Florida yesterday with the hurricane and how these guys get up very early this morning, like a servant of the people, and bring all the executive from all the department where help come from. Them ball out all the help for the people and forget when if they call, what going to happen, this and that. Even the farmers, them, because there are a lot of farmers in Florida. Man have them private business, but they're farmer. The man ball out, say them have zero. interest rate loan, and the flexible payment plan. Yeah? For farmers, them borrow out the people can get help. In Jamaica, it go months before them address the people them help aid. Them go around like a thing called care package. Are you hearing it? Did you hear these guys talk about care packages? Jamaica, we could get up off of the goddamn plantation. We don't want no more care package from politician. Why they not giving them the money for go buy the goods for themselves, whatever they want? How them know say you have rice and flour and tin mackerel? How them know that? And a burger you eat? Me ask that. How them know say you have rice and flour and tin mackerel and on a certain diet? One bag fit all diet? So they put all this food and some one little plastic bag with a couple of pounds of this and a couple of pounds of that. That's the way them use to thief the money. Because trust me, I don't want to see the amount of money they put on paper. It costs the government to give a few people care packages. And I talk about a few labor rights. PNP dead for hungry in this time who need aid. I would like to see the amount of money they put on paper that the care package costs. It's a way to steal money. People, I'm tired of it, you know. I'm not going to take it no more, you know. I'm not going to take it no more. I'm not take it from PNP. I'm not take it from labor right. PNP, they on the sideline look like them are coming. I see them a warm up. I see them on the sideline and warm up. Them are coming at the game. I see it. Them are coming. There's no doubt PNP are coming. Because the people, I'm tired. There's no doubt. But I want the whole of them right now, people. We're not taking from labor right. I would certainly not take it from PNP. Our country time now. We're going to stop rob from the poor, make the country grow, no man. Stop rob from the country, make the country grow, no man. I will go to prison first. To set an example so everybody can follow. Because no example no set it, you know. Everybody get to rob and thief and keep them wealth and them loot. May I ask, how was the first politician I got to prison in modern time and make every youth them say, me I go into politics, but me no want to go to prison like a John Brown, you know. How want to go to prison now? We're going to set an example for the country. So younger politician can, how want to go to prison for the amount of thief? We have 7 criminals come up, you know. We have 7 of them for this man, you know. The Integrity Commission sent a report to Parliament, you know, so we have another report, you know. We don't know who want people to speculate. All me speculate if the wife, if the lie jailer, who. And the other report might be worse than such man. We don't know. But such man put himself in a position weakened as a leader. Him can't run out nobody in the office. Even the next report come out and say the next man is worse. You think such man can tell him to step down? That's why such man should have stepped down. Do the right thing. And the other 7 step down too. So they tell me said the Liberator work with 40. Or work, build up the party again. Get some of the people in there with integrity. Our country first. And we go from there. You don't want to find some dirty apple to come nasty up the whole basket of labor, right? Me understand say a bunch of under investigation in dozens. And there are other people, look here. There are dozens of politicians in Jamaica under investigation. I don't know if it is PNP or labor right. I don't put nobody in no God status. Yeah, nobody's God on this platform. So I don't believe PNP is God. I don't believe that labor right is God, right? So we want to see all of them investigation take place. And if it show PNP, just like how we go along with them on social media, with the labor right them, I see them lick the market. Because it's country. When it's time for PNP get lick, if they catch himself on the wrong side of the track, we must hold back lick. We must not hold back lick because of the PNP. If them wrong. And if labor right wrong the country, we must not hold back lick. We must not hold back verbal lick. No, sir. If we are thinking about country over man and party, that's the way we are to be. Jamaica, we've been ravaged. We've been taken advantage of. Them abuse us, both Labour and PNP. Them use the illiteracy against us, with dunceness. Them use that against us. And them got a university not to help us with the medication, but to find a way how them can go around us Because when I'm in education to see what them do, them use it against us. Robbing and stealing. But you know what is different now? Social media is here, you know. So even for the ones who never understand so clearly, you can listen to a vlogger and you understand. You have credible vlogger out here. Not all of we are lied. You have credible vlogger out here. We come from good sources to you. We can learn. So people's eyes are opening up. So it's a different day now. Do you understand me? And the people's eyes are not opening up as fast as some of we want to open up. But me, from my standpoint right here, I can tell you, Jamaicans' eyes are opening up bit by bit. And we see more people want good for the country and more people who will challenge PNP and labor right for the country. There are more Jamaicans who will challenge both parties for the country. I've talked to a lot of independent-minded Jamaicans, you know, who don't give a damn about nothing, you know. All they just care about is just, I hope they find somebody who love the country. I hope somebody finally pop up as a leader, will lead the country with integrity, honesty, and all them things there. That's all them care about, you know. And some people are busy for Labour or PNP, it come out of, you know. Like me, I don't care where it come from a third party. I don't care what I take from anybody. All Jamaica need is an honest leader who love the people. Not use a dunce against you and go around you and have 28 accounts. Money everywhere, rob from you, hustling from the office while in there, handling all type of business while in the office. I mean, what percentage of your day you give to the people who are pay you? When you go to office in the first thing in the morning, who do you take a call from? Who do you send a call to? Is it to the constituency to make the people better, or to you, or your business? Who do you send an email to? Do you send an email to somebody in your constituency to help your constituency to grow and develop? Or you send an email about your business? Guys, we are paying these boys to be in office and conduct them own business. They don't love it. That's why Randy Santos could have come out early this morning. That servant of the people, and him acknowledge that. These guys here, PR stunt and things, say them are king, kong. They don't think themselves as servant of the people. You think this brother come out so early, come get a press briefing? You think that brother come out so early the next morning? Eh? People, me thank all of y'all. We thank all y'all for being here this morning. Yeah? This press briefing show up such man. You show him up. People, it's not the first press briefing I go on. So I know the first Mr. Randy Santos out here. I know the first. It's not the first Mr. Randy Santos out here. Disaster at my Florida all the time. It's not the first Florida of this even before Randy Santos. This is not the first. But Jamaica can't learn or they don't want to learn. Look on them, man. Look how close we are to these guys. You want them to say these boys and watch this press briefing over and over and over and see how things are supposed to be done? Eh? Look at St. Elizabeth, the food basket that got hit the worst. St. Elizabeth got hit the worst in Beryl, and they went to St. Elizabeth the last. Do the maths, man. St. Elizabeth got hit the worst. The lights and everything, all the resources and the help went to St. Elizabeth the last. And these boys live right next to Florida. It's not like they don't see what go on TV a long time. Them boy watch TV. Them boy know exactly what is going on, people. People, I swear. Them boy, I mean, me don't need to play this video so Andrew Owners and the rest of politicians can see. People, them been watching this stuff like all of us. The whole of them politicians in Jamaica, they cable, you know. They might get all the channel in the world just like me and you, you know. So them boy know what go on. It's not the first time Florida set example. For example, me also speak of the roads. Jamaican politicians come to Florida the most, you know. It's so close. They've seen the roads. They don't wonder how Florida managed to build these solid roads in the swamp. Why Jamaica can't have some decent road? Why we can't come sit to one of them people up here and ask them some question, one of these engineers, you know, or somebody, and ask what we need to do to keep some good road at Jamaica? All of a sudden, we don't know to build roads at Jamaica. The roads used to stay up when I was much younger. We used to have water cable, we used to have culverts and all them things. The road used to be clean. Culvert used to be clean. Eh? Water can't go in a Calbot no more because we build road down in one gully. Roads are built with miles and miles of road and no drain. So when the rain come, when the rain do, run right on the road. I want skim off the little piece of half an inches tar sitting on the put on the car asphalt. Florida with it. Swamp, water all the time on them road there. All the time you drive on road of Florida, you see a road flood out. People make me telling them, man. You see a rainfall and you drive up on a road of Florida, the road flood out. In no time the water dry out back. You don't see no road buckle, you don't see no pothole left in the road, you don't see no your road mash up and skim off. Road solid. And you want to tell me say all these decades, Jamaica, they're so close to Florida. And nobody at Jamaica no come ask one of them people here, oh, no building a road. Tell me something, man. Give me some knowledge. Send some Jamaican engineer come over here. Send some engineer come over here. Come talk to them people. And they will do it. Talk to Ron DeSantis. They will goddamn facilitate that. Come talk with the public work department. Come talk with them how to build road and maintain good solid road. Come talk to them people here. I'll swamp them build road in over here, so. Look how close Jamaica is to Florida. It shows me them boy don't want better. They don't want my life better. You think me a leader and me have such a relationship with America? Me don't come right to Florida, so. Eh? Come talk to somebody. Send all my engineers and all my people who work on the road. Come up and so even come to a class or something. Even just come to a briefing and a meeting so that people can educate me how to build my road in Jamaica better. Because it seems as if we don't know if we build a road pan rock stone in Jamaica, you know. So we need to come take something from man where I build road pan swamp, you know. I want to understand what I say. If we don't know if we build a road pan rock stone in Jamaica and make it strong, we need to come take some telling and some knowledge from some man of Florida. We build road pan swamp and sand and in a buckle. Yo, they don't want better people. I want to understand, say, you know, people want to understand, you know. Remember, me I tell one of them things, you know, people. When you never see so clearer in on the eye, they don't want on the better than people. I don't know, joke me a joke, you know. If man they want on the better, why they look on the country and take 300% raise from it? If they want the country better, why would they look for their own country when we were at the brink of financial crisis? Because last year the economy shrunk because corporate taxes now come in. So when we look at like them big friend now pay taxes. If corporate taxes now come in, this is not under the poor people that matter about. Corporate taxes are now we. So if the country dipping corporate taxes last year, what happened to that? Now, I mean, the business them jump and left the country, then pack up and leave the country. So come corporate taxes dip last year. I believe because other businesses say such man not paying no taxes and him not urge nobody to pay no taxes because everybody just take from the country, not putting in anything. You understand me? If corporate taxes dip last year and then look on them country, while the country, if corporate taxes dip, then big boys not paying taxes, right? That means that the country at the brink of the cliff. Then boy look for the country and take 300% raise on it last year when the economy started to buckle. May I try to tell you guys, you know, them boy in love with you know. 300% raise. Remember, corporate taxes last year dip. And this year, me know. When I explain why there's a hole in the budget this year, the explanation is because corporate taxes dip last year. You understand me? So it was last year when corporate taxes dip, them take the 300% raise. And to put a blindfold over here to make me feel like it's okay for them to rob when the country's at its lowest. Them go to the Miami Herald and say Jamaica the financial superpower of the Caribbean. Remember, the Miami Herald, they put a write-up in it and say Jamaica is the financial superpower of the Caribbean. And all year them keep boasting we have the best bounce back of a big C. I've not heard Mr. Clark say that anymore, but last year, them would have killed me with that. We have the best bounce back of a big C, and Jamaica is the superpower of the Caribbean, financial superpower of the Caribbean. And that them type of argument that was echoed through the Miami Herald. Yeah. Remember, last year, if that is true, how come last year corporate tax drop so bad that caused the tax, there's a hole in the bucket this year. Do you understand me? I say it's so bad that it caused a hole in the bucket this year. So you see when I say people, them boy are wicked. You have to pay attention to how me upon them. You see? So them take the pay under false pretense. That's why I'm telling you to give back the pay. because them lied to us about the pay. Jamaica, the financial superpower of the Caribbean, the best bounce back of a big C, to make you feel okay, like everything all right. But come to take it out. If last year what they say was right, then why we have a deficit this year? Now the budget. Why? Why we have a hole in the budget this year? If last year what them say was right, the best bounce back of a big C, financial superpower of the Caribbean, and everything good, yada, 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 so good that you can take 300% raise. Why do we have a budget, a hole in the budget this year, and they're blaming it on last year's tax revenue when are coming good from them big boys? You see me I say? So them know. So last year was weak, but them take the money any goddamn way. So them don't love them country, deliberately destroying the country. See your country at the edge of the cliff. Take 300% raise from the country and push your country over the cliff. I think they can't pull Carlos. Oh, no love the country, man. Remember, you have to know these stories, and be up on your game to understand these guys so you can put them together and paint a beautiful picture so people can understand. Some of you may not understand because I don't know what happened last year to add to it, to what happened this year. But me I tell you, last year was when them take the 300% raise. Last year was when them tell us, say we have the write-up in the Miami Herald, we had the financial superpower of the Caribbean. Last year was when it was going around talking about we have the best bounce back of a big C in the Caribbean. Everything we are the best, we are the best, we are the best. But this year, there's a budget shortfall. There's a hole in the budget this year. Deficit. They're going to find other money from elsewhere to fund the budget so we can help keep the country running. Why there's a budget shortfall this year? I didn't tell you this year, because last year, all we hear from them last year, we had the financial superpower, and we have the best bounce back of a big C. We have so much money that we can manage this 300% raise. Was that true? But not from what they're telling us this year, that the reason why they have a hole in the budget and the deficit is because corporate taxes trickle last year. The money them that depend upon last year, corporate taxes trickle in last year. So it caused the country to buckle. So hold on there. You didn't know that from last year while they was taking the 300% raise? And you know that from last year, though. But they get right up in the Miami Herald, you're going to pay for this beautiful financial superpower of the Caribbean. And while we are going through a struggle last year, you're planting our head, but we are the financial superpower of the Caribbean and also the best bounce back of after the big C. So these guys are cruel. These guys will walk you to your own death. You can't see your country at the edge of the cliff and push your country over there by taking 300% raise and lie to us, but we have financial superpower of the Caribbean, best bounce back of a big C. And the next year, you tell us, sorry, while I was telling you that corporate taxes was trickling in. This year that they might tell you, why they was telling us all of that lies. Corporate tax wasn't strong. So it caused a deficit in the budget this year. So in my 9 o'clock, go to the parliament and read the budget and release the budget presentation and present it. It had to go back to parliament. Something that is historical. That's embarrassing to a Rhodes Scholar. You understand me? Never happened yet. So went back to parliament. Then they see Flavor come out and explain a part of the budget. Now we are sitting in the write-ups in the media in Jamaica, media houses, that it was because of the budget shortfall this year is because of tax revenue shortfall last year. You understand me? Corporate taxes. I'm going to say, look, no wicked, man. So no know, say the money not strong last year, but to take the raise and to polish it up on the tell us, say, boy, we are the financial superpower of the Caribbean and the best bounce back of a big C. Oh, no wicked, give back the goddamn money. When you take the money on a false pretense, give back the goddamn money. That's why I keep telling you, them boy have to give back the money. I want to understand the argument. I love you, Me gone, people. Thank you for watching this video. As usual, I am a student in a guy's class. Please make sure your comments make sense in every sentence. If you're the first time on the platform, you like the work, go ahead and subscribe. Like, share, comment. Yeah, subscribe to this platform, people. And even donate if you have a penny. Put in the old man hat. Because the work have to continue. Work not easy, normal. Support the page in any way, shape, or form. You can share it also on a WhatsApp to 3 to 5 people. Yeah, send them the material because no people understand why going to Jamaica. You can hear the response from Randy Santos, who got up this morning out of his bed. He tells us all his executive. They don't sleep last night. You can't sleep last night and you get minimal sleep. What, a few hours? probably sleeping in them boots. Yeah, I forget about in them library, in them office all night. I put this response, them presentation together. You know, listen from everybody who work under them and bring it to the people. That's the kind of system we want to see in Jamaica. Don't pay out money to some man when he say over this and over that. Nobody, Jamaica not functioning the right way. Not functioning as close as we are to Florida. I will see this over and over again. Nobody want to work for the people. All they want to do is grift the people, scrape from the purse, rob, steal. It is time for politicians to go to prison right now. PNP and labor right, jail us away pa uno. If you don't think so now, come in power, come rob from the poor people. I don't care who you are. I will not come from a page, come take off your criminal. With a PNP and labor right, galang man, galang a workhouse. Thank you guys for watching this video. My name is Jamaican Carlos. I'm out.
Take up your lazy ass. Take up your lazy ass. Go up there. You're gonna make the PNP first, you damn stupid.
I hear man talk all kind of lie. Oh, 20 million and 28 million. Lie. Me not take no salary increase. So my salary is what it was before. And I tell you something, I feel like just keep back to. Because he's a proud man, you know. Me don't like people tell lie for me.
I needed a little clarity myself, so just to be clear. So let's say, for example, a special report is tabled on the matter that the country is waiting to hear, the illicit six. That would come to the House and go straight to
On a point of order, I do not know of what you're speaking, member. It's a... I don't know. Please remove that comment. Please remove that comment. That comment is inappropriate, doesn't belong in the House, and is not included in any document submitted in this honorable House. Please remove your comment.
I've heard what you have said, Madam Speaker.
And Hansard, please strike the comment.
Prime Minister and Party Leader Andrew Holness.
Is what happened to board money. Now, the other transaction which concerned me was the one where the account was opened at NCB. It was opened with no money in it. And I didn't know you could open an account with no money in it.
Is the man of integrity.
A couple of days later, there was a deposit of a little over $143,000 US, which came from SSL.
In full support
of the best Prime Minister. And in the context of the discussions which we have been having about SSL, I believe that the Prime Minister needs to address this and explain how and why that money came into his account from SSL.
And I am very lucky to have an outstanding Prime Minister.
It was deeply concerning to me, and I'm sure that it must be deeply concerning to all the people who not only lost money, but know people who lost money. And you know the number one concern is what happened to board money.
A leader that we can be so proud of.
The transformation. I just gave away 87 black tanks.
Is the best we have had. Prime Minister and Party Leader Andrew Holness. Is the man of integrity, love.
The operation, which began after 6 a.m. on Thursday morning, saw unoccupied and unfinished houses being demolished by large machinery.
The state that I
stand in full support
of the best Prime Minister
since 1962.
One inconsolable victim of the demolition said she now has no clue what her next steps will be, as she spent her last $800,000 on the lot she was building on.
Giving me TRN, and every time of the receipt give me This is the receipt give me. Nobody not give me no look one, no look no give me.
In full support
Of the best Prime Minister
since 1962. Southwest St. Elizabeth is in full support.
No, I thought me just a pause and so I just told me so the money on the plane. Me just have to work for work. I see that work for work. I change that I make work in a mountain. Come in a happy, come here, see if it belongs and such. I don't know what to do.
How could I not support a leader who is moving Jamaica forward?
Over 30 bank accounts and be the richest man in Jamaica.
Raise the MP pay and raise him pay to him to 300%. Yes, 300%. And before the MP them turn up with him and say this is how it's gonna happen. See them run the corner. You know how hard they work, they can get strokes on the road. They can get strokes on the job because those type of job is pressuring. They look at 900 and 1,000 when you get per month, they will spend it back in their constituency. They don't make the money unless they get some contracts. When you're a team, the team nothing wrong. You defend the team, defend the Prime Minister. Turn up with him, you're MP. You talk about the man have 28 accounts. He should have 30 accounts. We don't want a poor Prime Minister in the country. The man must multi-time rich. If I'm me like the Prime Minister, me alone go to cabinet and make MP them go sit down. Me alone walk in the cabinet and point finger, move that, fix that, and pull on that. Until me can see, because you have some JLP in a PMP seat, and you have some PMP in a JLP seat. Mr. Holness, you must open your eyes and find them. And not everybody with you. No. And not everybody gonna stand with you. No. 28 account is not enough for a Prime Minister. You have businessman in Jamaica have $20 billion in them account. Who if you reach my Prime Minister? You're crazy? Prime Minister should have 50 accounts. In pay shall raise 500%. You know the burden man carry for the country? Road fix, building a go up. Him can't please the whole country. No. At the same time. No. It take time. Yeah. Come to the man. Prophet Road can't please the whole church. No. Never. You give 300 people back to school, you have to tap, else when you kill me, I end up poor. This is the idea, me think I don't give back to school. When look, me see back to school still a come. I mean, September gone a long time. At Christmas I come, and people still come to me, so they don't get bag yet. They don't get bag yet. They don't get shoes yet. Me have to try over church early and run before they come. They hide. We do not want no poor Prime Minister in Jamaica. The Prime Minister must be the richest man in Jamaica. That's about. Now we defend him to a T. Anyone come against him, what happened to them cause it? Because power is in shadows. Back to Bible now. We don't talk about that.
Take up your lazy ass. Take up your lazy ass. Go up there. You're gonna make me pay first, you damn stupid.
Mr. Prime Minister, Minister of Health and Wellness, those of you who craft this order, I don't know what to say to you, but the Holy Ghost within me tells me that this order is working against the church, is working against the body of Christ. Mr. Prime Minister, I was watching a program last night and you declare me to be your good friend. My good friend, I'm telling you, sir, this order, God gets no glory out of it. And it's making the society worse than it ought to be. You're crippling the fountain of life that gives life to the nation. You're blocking the well. Somebody give me a chance in this house and blood this. You're blocking the well. You're stopping the fountain. Lose the church, lose the church, lose the church, lose the church, lose the church.
So there are two separate investigations that emanated from the Prime Minister's statutory declarations. I want you to discuss that for us and tell us what were those two separate investigations. One relates to the omission of information for which the Director of Corruption Prosecution ruled, and then the second investigation was around illicit enrichment.
Well, I would say on the 4 accounts, there were 2 related to his parents put his name on, one with a former constituency manager, and another one. Now, it's important to look at the detail. The Director of Investigation said he brought to Mr. Holness's attention on 3 occasions that his name was in fact on the accounts. And in spite of that, Mr. Holness did not declare those as part of his declaration. Secondly, and even more importantly, the Director of Investigation found that in 2 of those accounts, monies were flowing through the accounts from accounts solely controlled by Mr. Holness and 2 accounts solely controlled by Mr. Holness. So in essence, he's saying Mr. Holness said he knew nothing about these accounts, but funds are flowing in the region of millions of dollars. Deposits put in today, taken out the following week. 2 accounts controlled solely by him. So the question is, was Mr. Holness being truthful when he said, well, it's my parents' account and I don't know anything about it?
This is actually one of the more disturbing features, because what the investigation of the Integrity Commission has revealed is that funds were used from a charity. It's called Positive Foundation, Positive Jamaica Foundation, a charity which, by definition would have charitable purposes. And some funds in the region of approximately $32,000 US dollars were diverted to pay for a bond in the name of Mr. Holness.
Or his company, his personal company.
And I believe at some point it may have been either in his or his personal holding company, which he owns 100%. And it remained in that form for the life of the bond until it was called. And it was only after the bond had been redeemed and that transaction was now, in a sense, extinct.
Is it reasonable
that, just allow me to finish, that upon questioning by the Director of Investigation that an attempt was made to repay that charitable foundation, so approximately 4 years had elapsed when the funds from the charitable foundation had been used to partially pay for a bond in the name of or for the benefit of Mr. Holness.
And the interest payments on the bond went into him or his personal company's account. And it's only when the Integrity Commission itself looked into this thing and said, hey, but some of the funding for this, $32,000 US of the $94,000 US cost of the bond, came from a charity with which Mr. Holness is very closely associated and is a director. That the necessary rearrangements of the thing were done and the money was returned to the charity. So for several years, he declared that bond as being his or his company's, and he received the payments under that bond.
I don't want you to come to me with that foolishness, you know. You elect a prime minister, and is a prime minister run the country. It is time we learn to hold our leaders accountable for their actions and stop making excuses for them. Stop making excuses. Otherwise, go elect the people who really run in the country. And I don't want labor rights carry that stupid argument. Hold the people you elect accountable and stop making excuses for them.
Mr. Prime Minister, Minister of Health and Wellness, those of you who craft this order, I don't know what to say to you, but the Holy Ghost within me tells me that this order is working against the church, is working against the body of Christ. Mr. Prime Minister, I was watching a program last night and you declare me to be your good friend. My good friend, I'm telling you, sir, this order, God gets no glory out of it. And it's making the society worse than it ought to be. You're crippling the fountain of life that gives life to the nation. You're blocking the well. Somebody give me a chance in this house and plant this. You're blocking the well. You're stopping the fountain. Lose the church, lose the church, lose the church, lose the church, lose the church. You're destroying the foundation. And if the foundation be destroyed, what can the nation do?